Hello. Welcome. Thank you for joining us. Yes, thank you for joining us. We are set, we are pumped. We have one of our guests with us already, and we can't wait to hear what he has to share with us. Make sure you do not go anywhere. Make sure you stay to the end. And if you have a friend that needs to hear what we're going to be sharing here today, make sure you get them, share the link to your friends. Make sure they are here with this as we commence this conversation. We have our guest in the house. I'm just going to quickly, you know, read their bios, and then you get to hear what they have to share with us today. Get to hear what they have to share with us today. Okay. Yes. Now, Shegun Stamson Alabi is a business analyst. He works as an innovation executive at Neuro, a performance management consulting firm. He is a graduate of the University of Benin, the Department of Industrial Mathematics. He is an experienced project manager and a negotiator with vast experience, awards, and certifications from Junior Chambers International, McKinsey and Company, Adlai Heroes Foundation, Student Union Government, and Rotaract. His interests include volunteering, people and business management, and meeting new people and traveling. Guys, amazing. I'm very much particular about how he was able to garner all of this experience whilst being a university student, and also engaging in extracurricular activities is very exciting. I hope you're here. Make sure you come up with your questions. We have power packed sessions for you to ask your questions. Don't come to this conversation and not have a question. Yes. I can feel the energy. Yes. Awesome. I'm going to read the bio of our other guest who is going to be joining us. His name is Ifeanyi Godfrey. He's an international public speaker, certified life and personal success coach, and a digital entrepreneur, having impacted the lives of thousands of young people across Nigeria and the globe in the areas of purpose, leadership, and personal success. Ifeanyi has become the go-to person in helping you find the right spark for your destiny while achieving your goals faster than you thought possible and impacting your world. Amazing. He has been featured in magazines, Today's Heroes magazine, interviewed on EBS, the News Broadcasting Services. He won multiple awards for his numerous contributions in the development of youth across the board, and have spoken at several conferences, seminars, and churches. Yes, he's also the founder and executive director of Impact Africa Initiative, an organization that has trained over 1,000 youths and students in 21st century skills through its yearly project, which is Project 1000. Now, this project is designed for undergraduates in universities, with the first and second edition holding in the University of Benin. Guys, this is amazing. It is amazing. Project 1000 has provided opportunities for students to volunteer, to build their experiences, and to acquire relevant skills for their life and career. Yes, I can feel the energy. Amazing. Yes, so we have one of our guests with us is going to come up and speak to us for the next 15 minutes, sharing about his time in the university and how he was able to take advantage of that time to prepare adequately for life after school. Guys, make sure you have your note and your pad. Make sure you have your questions, because we are going to be asking your questions, not my questions. Yes, so let's get right into it. You're welcome. You're welcome, Mr. Shegun Alabi. You're welcome to the conversation. We are excited to have you. We can't wait to hear what you have to share with us. So, over to you. Now, you have graduated from the university, but I'm very much aware of your dealings on campus. And so, I would really love for you to share with us, in the next 15 minutes, how you were able to, curate your university experience in such a way that it prepares you for life after school?
Thank you so much, Mr. Andrew. This is a rare privilege. I really appreciate you so much. I know you. We've seen severally, though we are not very close, but from afar, I know you are a friend to many of my friends. So I've
Oh,
heard
wow.
about you from several persons, and it's a good one you are doing here. Go a bit
Thank
further,
you very
Africa.
much.
Thank you so much. This is the second time, fortunately, that I've been invited,
Yes.
and I really appreciate this. It's a whole lot. I appreciate what you are
Well,
doing for the community, for University of Benin, and for people. Uh, Good evening, everyone. It's good to be here. So I have just 15 minutes, and like I'm a time manager, so I try to take time and and it's a lot. So I have a lot to say, but the time restriction. But then with this time, definitely I'm going to do something, or I'm going to say something that will impact people, and I hope that from what they will hear today, it will inspire people to want to do things for their life, for their community, and also for their family. So it's good to be here. Thank you so much for the profile. It is what God have done. So I'm trying to remember when I got the message. I tried to recollect how the journey started. It wasn't coming all at once, but I remember something. I didn't get admission on time. I didn't get admission to university on time. I mean, I spent 5 years at home. I wrote jam
oh,
5 times before I then eventually got the admission. So all those periods were traumatizing, obviously, because so someone that I was privileged also to be my the senior prefect boy when I was in secondary school. So I was not like, how will I be writing jam and they won't give me admission? What's happening? So it's a lot. But then God's time is the best. So, but those periods, those 5 years, those I'll call it trying times, or times that God was grooming me in something I didn't know. Do you understand? I was just like, I want to gain admission. I want to gain. I'll be writing jam and pursuing me, and I passed. Fortunately, so I passed every time, but still no admission. So, then when I got in, so but before I got in, I need to bring this story up so that it can inspire someone. Maybe you are like me or you are different from me. But what happened in the long run is that before I got in, I had to ask myself, what do I really want? What do I really want from life, from people, from myself? What do I really want? So at the point in time, you need to ask yourself question. Probably because of those trying times. I mean, times where I was writing no admission because some persons were really opportune immediately. I mean, some of my classmates then in secondary school, they were already studying law, medicine, and all that. So I was like, what's happening to me? So as at the time I was getting it, that's when most of my classmates then were like graduating from universities. I was like, well, so it was a lot for me, and I sat myself down and I asked question, oh, what do I really want from life? Because you have to really ask yourself that question. What do you really want from life? What do you want to be known for? Because if you are not being practical, you may not get this. If you are trying to follow the social media people, this is what is trending. You want to key into it so that you can make money. Yes, making money is important. It's very, very important. You need the money to, do so many things in life. And it's welcome, our co speaker. It's good to see you. I think I've met you. Welcome on board. So, because of time, yeah, so as I was saying, those trying times gave me time for me to sit down and try to remember and think of what I want in life. And I begin to write down things. And if you need, first of all, you need to identify what you want. Now, having recognized that, you also need to recognize, okay, what are my values, and how can I merge, how can I collect, how can I make sure that I make something worthwhile from what I want, from my values. Ask yourself this question. See, at a point, things will definitely fall in place. Money will come, you will make money. But sit yourself down first and ask questions yourself. See, the most powerful tool is self-knowledge. You need to know yourself. Know thyself. If you don't know yourself, you may not fit in. even if you try to fit in, they say what teach us is that when you try to fit in, you will disappear. I used to jump on quotes and all that, but I'm not here to just give motivational talk and share quotes. This person wrote this, person wrote that. I'm trying to be practical as much as possible. I mean, what identify what are the things you want for yourself, what are your values, what are the things that interest you, what are the things that make you happy, what are the things that inspire you to want to do something. They used to ask what gets you up from bed every day, but I think many people in general, anything can get you up from bed. That has long been overdue. You can't ask yourself, because money actually makes everybody get on bed. You cannot just say what makes you get on bed. What makes you get out of bed today and to want to do something may be different in the next 5 years. So someone shared that. I mean, there are many things, but first of all, in order not to join many things, not just to fall in line and then do things. Okay, my friend are doing this, my friends are selling bags and shoes and jewelries, I want to also do, or people are doing projects, I also want to do projects. You need to sit yourself down and ask yourself, identify what you want from life, from yourself, from the community. Now, how do you want to impact? So what we do, okay, so I may want to mention JCI in some of my talk, but I'm trying not to. But one thing is very important is that you need to see the need and then take the lead. Now, if you don't
Please,
see a
please
problem,
go
if
ahead.
you
Go ahead.
identify,
You can mention whatever organization, please.
okay, all right. Thank you, Mr. Andrew, for that opportunity. So, you need to see the need and then take the lead. So from your own comfort zone, from where you are, when you know yourself, you know what you can handle. You know what are the things that makes you happy. What are the things that you really don't like? Some persons really hate rape, for example, like the sound of rape or people. You may not. You may be an advocate. You may want to anything that just inspires you, that gets you angry, that gets you happy. You need to identify those stuffs. I mean, sit down and know yourself, know the things that works for you, know the things that you want to do. What do you want to be known for? I also jump on the few conversations from the previous speakers by 6 p.m. Esther is a good friend, and Sheyi. I also know Sheyi. So Esther also mentioned we used to attend the same fellowship, I and Esther Odewinge. So I know her those periods, and it's funny how some of these stories I could relate, because these were things that we spoke about, and then we used to have fun, and then but from there, from conversations, from friendship conversations to people trying to do things to make. So I asked myself in my 100 level days that, do I really just want to come and then get my degree and go, or what do I want to do? Do you get? So those questions were just, you don't have to have the answer at a go. I mean, maybe once you ask yourself, then you start writing the answer down. It may not jump on you, you may not think about it, but keep asking yourself, ask those questions, sit yourself down, try to know things that work for you, try to know things that work, try to know what you want to really stand for. You may be an advocate, maybe a project manager, anything whatsoever. Now, when you identify those things that work for you, then you look at your community, see the need and then take the lead. That's the second step. I mean, when you know yourself, having gone through that practical stage of identifying things that work for you and everything, then look at your environment. You have to start small. Now, may everybody want to, go big, have money. It won't come all at once. You have to start small. I mean, I remember I started small, very, very small, very low. I was an errand boy. Let me just call it that. Just the errand boy. I mean, I was doing everything. You see, community project, I'm there. Business, I'm there, and different set of events on campus. Do you get? So start small. If it's business, if it is project management, if it is career, anything you want to sell, you want to start, you have a startup, you have an idea, you have things that you really want to do. You need to start small, and you need to identify those key things that you want to do. You cannot do everything. I mean, ideas will jump on you, things will come up. Someone else in another country will also have that idea. You can't have them all. But in your niche, I mean, that's your environment, that's your community. Identify those things you can work on, you can fix, and then start fixing. Now, before you fix, then you need to then map out. So if you can ask yourself questions and then be truthful to yourself, trust me, you're able to get and gain a lot of things from life. You need to really identify those things, then kick in, and then identify what are the partners, what are the key resources that I need to make this thing work. So 100 level days, I was doing everything because I really, so what I stood for while I was having those trying times. I mean, those trying times I meant was those 5 years before um before I gained admission, when I said I stayed at home for like 5 years, and it was mentally disturbing for me. But those times I was able to identify things that, okay, I want to be in a community that empower youth, that support youth, that engage and motivate youth, that change people's orientation. I want to really, because if you can change people's mindset, you can make anything work. So everybody really, some person they want to, yes, I know how to do this, I want to do it. You like the feeling, you like the idea, but when it comes to acting, practicing what you know, then a problem. Some persons may be like, I have this idea, but it's money that is delaying me. It may not be money. It may not be money. See, if you can really identify those issues, those problems, and then write them down, you will know that it is not money. Many of those ideas is not money. Many, whatever is stopping you, it's you, because you are not really ready. It's your limit, it's your limitation that is really stopping you. I don't know how to talk much. I'm not a public speaker. I like to be really practical, but as much as people that know me, they know that really, if you can change your mindset, if you can change people mentally, you can change anything. Make from yourself. So when you change yourself, that's why my first point was know thyself. When you change yourself, then you can impact your community. But before you start with maybe the head of your community, like the chief, don't go there. Start with your friends, your close friends. That's your sister, that's your brother, that's your younger brother. That's little things. As you are changing, as you are imparting them, your mom, your dad, as you are going just around you, from there it's going to escalate and then go big. So make money. You want to make money, you want to position yourself, you want great things after school. How will you do this? You see all those cars, money and everything. Yes, they are nice things, but these are the practical steps. You need to really identify those things, what you want to be known for. And there are two ways to also do this. There are stuffs that you can actually learn. Maybe you feel that, oh, I like this thing, I don't really know how to do it. You can learn it. Why there are some that is natural, it's inbuilt, which you need to also build on. So there's no way, either you have it inborn or you want to learn it, you need to upskill. There's no, see, just as I said, when you identify things that you want, you now start mapping out ways to actualize those stuffs that you want. If you try to fit in, maybe because people are doing this, you want to also do it. If you jump in, you will jump out. If you fit in, you will disappear. If you don't really know, that's where people will say, okay, I start this business, it's not working, or my friend is selling bags and shoes. I also want to sell bags and shoes, or maybe add bracelets to it and all. But you will not make money because it's not your thing. It's not your thing. Know thyself. Change your mindset, your mentality about things. So laziness, procrastination, you know all those things. We know all those things. That I know things that are affecting me personally that I need to, learn and upskill and change. So if I know that for myself, so that's why I think that's what Jesus Christ meant when he said, before you remove the log from your neighbor's eyes, you remove the wood that is, rubbing your own, the garbage from everything you have, you remove for yourself before you say you want to remove for someone else. So if you can really do that, you are going to go a long way. So don't you have your own story, and everybody's story and background has it's important in inspiration, in motivating you. Like I said, I told you that I spent 5 years at home, those trying periods, and many other stories actually backed up to why I really entered school and I started early. From 100 level, I was doing things. I was, like I said, I was an error boy. Don't let me start telling story of how it happened. The 15 minutes may not be enough. So, but I have 1 minute left. So, to round things up for now, your background, your story, whatever you have around you is enough to motivate you. God knows why you are in that position, in that situation. So harness that opportunity, that story, and let it inspire you, let it motivate you to do great things. I mean, there's no limit. You can do anything. You can do anything. You can learn anything. Just grow big. Change your mindset. Identify things that you are doing that are not working. I mean, things that oh, this thing, there's this rule, they say 80 20% rule. I mean, when you channel 80% energy into things that are not that, and you're only putting 20% into things that are important in your life, that I think that's how people work. But if you can really identify those stuff and try to fit in, if it's laziness, if it's people you need to reach out to, I mean, do them now that you have the opportunity. This is the university days, this is the time. You can grow. It's never too late. Whether you start early or you start late, just identify those things and then kick off. Thank you so much, Mr. Andrew. My 15 minutes is up. I really love to say much, but I hope people can really get
Awesome,
something from that. Thank
awesome,
you so much.
awesome. That's really powerful. That's really powerful. We have our guest with us. Yes, we have Ifeanyi joining us here. This 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 has been really amazing. You know, we at Great Before that we are very particular about people who have, actual proof of work, right? People who we've seen their track record, we've seen them do the work, not just motivational speaking, right? And so that's why we are very particular about the people we bring on our platform to share. And today we have Godfrey Ifeanyi, and I read his bio earlier. One very striking thing was that he was able to organize, massive projects on campus, paid projects on campus as a student, right? He has done so many amazing things as a student. And so we want to hear that story. As a university student out there who is saying, like myself, I remember I used to complain that there's no time. And then I saw, a student who was in medicine, who was doing in the faculty of medicine, and he was doing amazing things. I was like, me, I'm studying common English. I'm saying I don't have time. Person who is in medicine is having time to do all of these things. So, these kind of stories are ways that we get ourselves to begin to think and to begin to look
Yeah.
for a way to replicate ourselves to create impact in the society. And that's why today we have Shegun here, and we also have Ifeanyi who is going to be joining again. Before Ifeanyi comes, I just want to ask Shegun a quick question. Shegun, before you go,
No, no, I'm here. I'm here. I'm here.
okay. So I
All
just
right.
want to ask you a quick question. Now, what were the challenges that you faced? Now, you said something about staying at home for 5 years. I also stayed at home for 5 years. And, it's just funny that, you are sharing now that 5 years of your life, propelled you to learn certain things, right? It propelled you to deepen your character. It propelled you to, to take advantage of the opportunity to learn things that you probably would not have had the opportunity to learn while you were in school. And that was exactly the same experience for me. As a matter of fact, most of my digital skills, I learned them during that period, right? And during that period, I went to do ND. After doing the ND, God now told me that, Shay, you have done your own. Now I want to do my own, right? So I now had to write WAEC again. I was instructed actually to write WAEC again, write JAM, triggered, and I was going to gain admission. And that was how the whole thing happened. But the bulk of the skills that I learned that I was able to use to create impact on campus, I learned them during that period of waiting, right? And so I'm interested in knowing how you were able to, the you will see your mates, they are going to school and they were making fun of you. How were you able to manage all of that emotion?
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. That's a deep question. So I like to say a few things. Yes, it's not easy. Trust me. No, I won't come here to come and paint myself. Oh, I'm great. I was able to manage this. No, it wasn't easy at all. I mean, it wasn't the way we are laughing and then I can relate with you. Then you trust me, you also know that then you yourself, you were not at home, only at home. Things that are happening at home, you make you think that if I'm in school, you'll be telling me to be sweeping the floor or to be no stuff will just come and then trigger those thoughts in your head and all. So how was I able to um harness those opportunity? I mean, try to manage myself to fit to learn those stuffs. One thing first is that you need to be calm and wait. Patience. See, patience is a virtue, is a great virtue. I mean, when you can wait, no, there are times that, see, and that scenario, that time, you may not know that you're actually waiting. You may not know that God is trying you or testing you or equipping you and planning you for a greater thing. You will not know. You just think that things are not working. Things are not what's happening. Things are not working. You know, you are boiling and all. But learn to wait, calm yourself down, understand yourself, and then listen to yourself, to the spirit, to everything around you. Learn. And while waiting, don't just wait and then fold your hands and then you are thinking and wallowing and you are, in great money, anything they are telling you, you don't want to hear. You're always no. Calm, be reserved. Those are reservation period. I mean, before glory, there have to be a what? There have to be work. You have to work. You have to learn those things before you. So that also comes into. I mean, when you want to achieve something great, you plan yourself that, oh, by next 3, 4, 5 years, I want to be this. I want to have attained this. Always remember that there's waiting period. There's time for God. There's time for the supreme being, because you didn't create yourself. You didn't plan. Everything that you have is not just from you, from yourself alone. There's a force, there's a supreme being, there's an external being that is directing and then making things work for you. So during those period, have patience, wait, the power of waiting, and then hard work, learn. So while you are waiting, like he said, waiting, I was growing so many things in character. I was teaching. I was doing many things around me. I didn't even go to ND. Many persons will say, I'll go to ND, go to HND, from there you cross. I did not want to. I told you that I was senior prefect boy. So you're like, senior prefect boy, where are you? You're in Yaba Tech, or you're in.
I can imagine.
No. This is not to say that Yaba Tech is not a school. This is not to say that Yaba Tech is a school. It's just for me personally. Actually, maybe I would have even gone to other schools and then do something else. But the funny thing is, I also still try Yaba Tech. I mean, I wrote Yaba Tech. They say Yaba, okay, let's go, and still I passed and no admission. It was that funny. So it was that funny. So it wasn't just the time. That's the conclusion at the end of the day. It wasn't just the time. So patience, those waiting period. What are you learning? What are you doing? What are you doing to improve yourself, your skill, personal, your character? Even those times, you even need to understand yourself better. Thank you very much, Mr. Andrew, for that question.
Awesome. I'm trying to take your notes so that I can project it.
No, now it's not that deep now, Mr. Andrew. Thank you so much.
It's very deep. I want to project it so anybody that comes to life will see it. Yes, patience is a virtue. Refine your skills and character in your waiting period. Very important, guys.
Very, very important.
Very important.
Very important.
So we have Ifeanyi with us. We are excited to have you join us. So over to you, sir. So in the next 15 minutes, we want to hear your story. How were you able to do those projects? Being an undergraduate, having classes to attend, how were you able to manage all of that? I know it's not easy to lead people. It's not beans. It's not beans to lead people. How are you able to manage that alongside with your own personal projects and your own your academics?
Okay. Can you guys hear me? Because I don't know what happened. I don't know how my network just started misbehaving just at the point when I was supposed to go live. So let me confirm that you guys can hear me.
Yes, we can hear you loud and clear.
Clearly, right? How many persons do we have live? I'm trying to see if I can even see the chat or something, but I'm not.
We
I don't
joining
have
us.
access.
We have people joining us on Facebook.
Okay.
We have people joining us on LinkedIn, and then we have people joining us on YouTube.
Awesome. So from wherever you're joining us from, good evening. It's a pleasure to have you here. My name is Ifeanyi Godfrey, Thank you, Mr. Andrew. Thank you for this humble opportunity. I sincerely don't take it for granted. I'm going to try and make it very brief. Okay. And oh my God, your name is skipping my mind now. Our first speaker, Mr. Shegun, right? Is it Shegun or something? Our first speaker. Thank you so much. I joined in a bit late. Mr. Shegun, right? Okay. So I joined in a bit late, but I caught a few things from what you said. So I'm going to try very much. I can see a lot of beautiful people here, Stephanie Williams, Goodness of German, and all that. I mean, amazing people that I have been opportune to work with, right? So let's quickly do this. A lot of persons have always asked me what inspired me, right, to do the things I did on campus. Because guess what? I am a graduate. Okay, so I signed out of university yesterday. I mean, you know that feeling, right? I signed out yesterday, and I mean, I'm so excited, like super excited. And thank you everyone who have sent in congratulations on Facebook, on WhatsApp. I'll try my best to reply. So I came into university 2019, but that was not the first time. That was not my first university. I was in a private university in Benin here, Wellspring. I just did 1 year actually. I didn't get any degree there. So after 1 year, a few things, right, and I had to leave. And I wasn't planning to actually do this whole university thing. That's the truth. I didn't have it in my personal plans. I wasn't planning to come back to the 4 walls of the university. I had already started some, personal things for myself. I have already started building my personal career and brand and all of those things. Though I didn't know what I was doing as at then, mind you. But knowing that, okay, I'm not really interested in going to the 4 walls of the university, probably I could do a DLI or a kind of what's it called now, open university, all those kind of things, right? And then still get the same degree. But when God showed up, God said, "Young man, you have an assignment in the 4 walls of the university," and I had to cancel all of that, get admission, and come into university. So here we are today, and finally 4 years, 5 years because of coronavirus and ASU strike, we are done. So let me quickly make this very fast. My experience on campus, okay, organizing Project 1000 in my 100 level. I mean, that was quite crazy and daring, because I mean, when I was just coming into university, I didn't know my left from my right, and I was still trying to settle into the school system. Who sent me? And I said I wanted to do Project 1000. Me myself, I didn't know what I wanted to do, but from nowhere, I saw people who bought into the vision, who believed in it. Okay, Mr. Andrew was one of them. I mean, thank you so much, sir. Through Mr. Andrew, I was able to connect a lot of persons. I mean, a whole lot of persons. So I think the very first and most important thing I would talk about, I would chip in while telling my story, is the place of networking. I'm sure Mr. Andrew is big on that. Okay, so if you've been following him, I mean, you should have learned the importance of building strategic networks, okay, with people who can lift you from one point to another point. So please make sure you do that, because I think the very first event I volunteered for was Gold Mine Conference by Victoria Wana, and I met amazing people, like the people that literally made Project 1000 in my 100 level a big success. I met them volunteering at Gold Mine Conference. So if you've not been volunteering from, I mean, all the while, or maybe on 100 level you're listening to me, 200 level, please make sure you volunteer. I was in 100 level first semester. I was just doing my clearance. I just saw the banner or something, a big game, sorry, not big game, Gold Mine Conference, right? And then I was like, okay, I think I would like to be a part of this. So I reached out to Victoria Wana on Facebook, and then I was able to connect with her, okay, physically. I think WhatsApp, she now sent me her WhatsApp number and all. The program was very close. I think it was just like 2 weeks or so to the program when she permitted me to volunteer. I joined. That was where I met Mr. Andrew, Shobande Adewale, Courage, Victoria Wana herself. I mean, a lot of persons. I don't think that was where I met Carissa, but I think the whole, connecting with people, and all of that. So, but I met amazing people in my 100 level. Amazing people, right? I think that was also where I met That was where I met Sir Eddie, Milton Tutu. I met a lot of people. Okay, so it helped me. It helped me to learn from these guys. Started following them, learning from them, and then when I put out Project 1000, the support was massive. The support was massive. I got a lot of support from a lot of people, reposting it, sharing it, telling people. So because of that, I got volunteers. We were able to get volunteers. The target was 50 volunteers, and we were able to get up to 50 volunteers. And from there, we hosted Project 1000 2 Saturdays. We trained in different skills, digital marketing, public speaking, entrepreneurship. What was the last one again? Can't remember the last one now. Not personal branding. Something else. So, and yes, I was in my 100 level doing my clients when I was doing all of this, all these things, right? But when I came into school, I don't know, I didn't really know exactly what I was doing. That's the truth. Like, let me tell you this, I didn't know exactly what I was doing, but I just had this drive. That's why it's important to follow your passion. Like, whenever you have a drive for something, okay, when you have a leading, like we would say, a leading, when God is leading you to do something and it keeps coming strong, go ahead, do it. You don't need to have it all figured out. That's number one. Like, don't wait until you have everything figured out. In fact, when the idea for Project 1000 came, it came as Project 10,000, which we're still going to do. Okay? It came as Project 10,000, which we are still going to do. All right? And then God still confirmed it to me. Like, someone else, Coach Blackman, God used Coach Blackman to confirm it to me as well. Without even speaking to him about Project 1000 at all, he came to me and confirmed to me that God is saying you should do Project 10,000. He just showed it to me, and I knew exactly what God was saying. But I didn't want to. I was just like, God, I beg. I'm still on the level 10,000. Okay, let me do 1,000 first. So that's how we did 1,000. We're able to have at least 800 and something participants, and it was amazing. It was a huge experience for me. It was. How do I say that now? Gosh, I don't know where to start from, but it taught me how to deal with people. It taught me teamwork. It taught me leadership. It taught me patience. Okay, it taught me courage, because it took a lot of courage. 2 weeks to Project 1000, our venue was cancelled. that point, like 2 weeks, people have paid. Speakers are already on their way. What is this? And it's not like an event that you can just do for any other random venue, because with the structure of Project 1000, we have to use 2 venues, same day, 2 venues, right? For 2 Saturdays. And we're getting venues in the University of Benin is crazy. You have to write to the dean and write to the VC, and gosh. But God still came through. Like, God still came through. I think we got a venue like 2 or 3 days to the event. 2 or 3 days to the event, we got a venue, and we were able to have that program. It's opened me up to a lot of opportunities. Like a whole lot of opportunities. It was one of the opportunities. One of the opportunities was the fact that when I got to Lagos after Project 1000, I met someone, right? And after hearing all of the things I had done on campus in my 100 level, like Project 1000 and all of that, we were so inspired, and we connected very well. No, we connected before then, but now we connected better. And then that was how he gave me a free pass to have a meeting with Fela Durotoye in his house in VGC in Lagos. Literally, okay? And a whole lot of other opportunities I cannot even start counting right now. But you can't imagine the person Mr. Ifeanyi Godfrey has become just because I decided that my university days will not just be a stroll in the park. Okay, I was intentional about. University is called university because it is the universe in a city. Okay, so if you're 100 level or 200 level and you listen to me now, hear this. The real world, that thing they're calling the real world that you're going to meet after school, you have it here in let me not say university, in the university, whichever school you're in Nigeria or anywhere. So it's called the university because everything you're looking for in the universe, you have it in this city. Okay, so what that means is whatever it is you want to be after school, like that's my after school dream. All right, this is the best time to start testing the waters. This is the best time to start building experiences. This is the best time to start gathering the knowledge. This is the best time to start building the capacity. I don't care whatever it is you want to do. The university affords you with every opportunity. Every opportunity you're looking for out there, you have the time on campus to do what? To test the waters. Whatever it is you want to do, you want to become an event manager, you want to become an entertainer, you want to become you want to go to ministry, right? Become a pastor, you want to become a public speaker, you want to become a writer. What do you want to become? You have every opportunity on campus. So remember, I said what? It is what? University, because everything you're looking for in the universe, you have it where? In this city. Can you guys still hear me? I need to be sure that I am still connected. Mr. Andrew, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you loud and clear.
Awesome. Awesome. Okay. So let's move on, right? So please, once my time is up, let me know. Okay, once my time is up, let me know. So after that, I was open to a lot of opportunities. I started learning about personal development, about volunteering, about building capacity, about digital skills, about networking. I mean, all because I was intentional about taking a step, right? And leveraging. I mean, your time on campus is the biggest leverage you can have. I give you a guarantee. You need to write that down. Your time on campus is the biggest leverage you can have. That reward you're waiting for after school, you already have it here. Oh God. If you know what the reward you're looking for out there, you already have it on campus. If you don't know how to manage your time now, it's not when you have a family, when you have a job, right? When you have a wife and kids, that's when you want to learn how to manage your time. You're joking. If you cannot serve God now, you're on campus. Is it when you're joking? If you can start a business now, okay, learn how to sort. Like, you have nothing to lose, actually. I don't know. I think I heard someone say this. I think in the last session, I was just scanning through the last session while I was on my way back home, and I heard one of the speakers say something about you not having anything to lose while you're on campus, and that's very true. Like, very true. I did a lot of things on campus, not just Project 1000. I tried a lot of businesses. I can't start counting them right now. But guess what? One of the businesses, for those of you who knew, was making shawarma. Okay, I learned how to make shawarma while I was on campus, and the first time I saw 1 million naira in my account, it was what? Making shawarma from my room. I said I didn't have a physical space. I didn't have that. I just made a flyer. I'm sure a couple of you know this already. Mr. Andrew is also aware of this. But I made my first million naira came making shawarma as an undergraduate from my room. Okay, so you that you're waiting, you don't have 10 million naira to start a business. You know, I started the business with 35K. I'm not joking. I'm not mincing words. I'm not telling you aspire to Maguire the container that you are expecting. I'm telling you reality. Okay, my room was very small, but I divided it into two. All right, and used one place as my shawarma production. I wish I can get the picture and show you guys. I still have the picture. I had to literally save the picture for the future. You know, because the time is going to come when I'll be telling this story on a United Nations platform, and they will need to know the things that happened while I was on campus. But that's the truth, literally. Okay, and I learned business. I learned how to, and it's one thing I would say: learn how to make money while you're on campus. Yeah. Learn, oh no, with 35,000 or not 45, 35K. That was I used to start that business. Okay, and learn how to make money while you're on campus. I don't know how to stress that because how do you guys know that Nigeria is like the world headquarters of poverty? It means we have more poor people in Nigeria than in any part of the world, literally. So if you are in Nigeria and you are a student and you're just on campus going from class to what again? Maybe fellowship and your room watching movies. And for those of you who are into parties and gisting, wasting your time. Do you know you have ample time on campus? Literally, learn how to make money while you're on campus. Learn it, save up, start a business, no matter how small it is. I'm just chipping in things from my experiences, right? Literally from my experiences. So these are things I have done. These are things I have tried. I started off trying to sell shoes on campus. I started off trying to make moi. You laugh at me, laugh very well. I and a friend of mine, we just graduated. She just signed up today, Sophia Germany. We tried making more money to sell. What other business did I start? I'm sure I started a couple of others. I'm trying to remember now. Oof, what was it again? Was it bedspread, right? Yeah, bedspread. What again did I try to do? You know, all of these things. So you guys will look at the influencer status of today and say, Mr. Godfrey, Mr. Godfrey. If I tell you my story, you know it's not biz. But what am I saying? What I'm saying in essence is you have all the opportunity while you're on campus. Okay, this is the best time to try and fail. I need to say that again so it can resonate. This is the best time to what? Try and fail. This is the best time to try and fail because I mean you have nothing to lose. Okay, so please, whatever you want to do out there in the real world, guess what? Try and fail here right now. Because remember, I said that it's called a university because everything you're looking for in the universe is where? Is here in this city. Okay, so and then moving on from there, that was like in my 200 level or so. We still did project 1000 2.0. By then, we've learned from experience, right? And the result was also good. And then we are now here, my final year. I've graduated, planning for project 1000 3.0. And now, guess what? Before as I begin to round up, I don't know if my 15 minutes is already up. As I begin to round up, guess what? I'm not as scared as I was many years ago about life. I used to be, to be honest, I used to be scared about how life will work out, about how things will turn out, the fear of the unknown, fear of the future. But guess what? The experiences I gathered on campus has placed me in a position where I am ready to face life. I don't care what life brings. Like, even if you gather the whole president of the world on the stage, in a room, and give me 10 minutes, I know what to say. I'm trying, I hear what I'm saying, right? I know what to say. Even if you give me, am I still connected? Can you guys hear me? Mr. Andrew, can you hear me? Okay, great. So, I mean, I know what to say. I can't be stranded because I have learned how to make money on campus. Most of you know I started my coaching as a student. I have coached graduates. I have coached, I mean, when I mean graduate, I mean people who have already gone past my level. Okay, so I mean, start building while you're on campus. You have no excuse. That's the truth. No excuse at all. Okay, no excuse. And talking about jobs, talking about opportunities, talking about I mean, all of this is I've been exposed to all of them. So life after school for me is like leveraging all the things I have learned now on campus. Okay, applying it. Simple. And guess what? It's going to be one beautiful ride for me. Because guess what? After school, I'm not testing the waters. After school, I'm not trying to figure out my life. You see that now? Figure out your life while you're on campus. Maybe that's the last thing I will say. I'm sure my time is my 15 minutes is exhausted already. Figure out your life while you're on campus. Please, it's already too late trying to figure out your life after campus. After school, it's already too late. So if all you're doing is just going to class, going to fellowship, going to parties, just with friends, going to a hostel and sleeping and watching movies.
Okay. Guys, that was powerful. You heard it. Figure out your life on campus. You know, sometimes it gets really overwhelming, especially when I'm talking about these things and people are just looking at me and like, what's going on? You know, I remember how many persons I have, spoken to about, you have to take advantage of your time on campus to learn the skills, to learn to deepen yourself in knowledge that would equip you for life afterwards. But it feels like big grammar. Now you're hearing you're hearing testimonials, you're hearing people share their experiences. I hope you're able to apply the things that you are hearing. Right. If you have any questions, our speakers are going to be leaving us shortly. If you have any questions, please, this is the right time to ask your question. This is the right time to ask your question. If you have any question, this is your right time. Yes, we are back. We are back. We are back. If you have any questions, quickly, now is the right time to ask your questions. If you have any questions, if I don't see questions, I'm just going to call it a night. It has been a power-packed conversation. There's been a power-packed conversation. We've really we've dug deep into the story of our guests, and we've seen that somehow, if you look at all the stories that have been shared, you see that there's nothing different really. It's just people expressing life from their own perspective. You see that it's the same conversation. They took out time to leverage their time on campus. Even the ones that did not leverage their time on campus, by the time they realized that they've wasted their time on campus, they were able to wake up, right? You wake up and then you begin to intentionally curate your learning experiences, intentionally create the life that you want to live after campus. Create it while you're on campus, right? Create it while you're on campus. The good thing about it, if I said the same thing, even our speaker, she said the same thing. The good thing about campus is that nobody's going, if you start a business and the business fails, nobody's going to meet you and tell you, hey, you start business, you have failed, your reputation has, no, nobody. But if you graduate from university and you start a business and the business is thriving for a while and then it goes south, that is going to be your brand. Just that it's going to affect your reputation. But on campus, nobody cares. Do you understand? Nobody cares. What you are doing on campus at that time is that you are gaining experiences that will now strategically position you once you have graduated. I know that for all the speakers and our students who have taken us seriously, who have taken this conversation seriously, I know that their life after campus is going to be an exciting one. It's going to be an exciting one, I know for sure. And that's why we are urging you to take advantage of your time on campus. We're not going to ask any questions. Mr. Ifeanyi has shared so much, right? We hope that you go and implement, all that you have learned here today. We don't have any questions from our audience. I don't have any questions. And so we're going to call it, a night. Thank you. Please put in the comments, say thank you to our guest. Say thank you to our guest. Thank you to our guest. Say thank you to our guest. Say thank you to our. I'm waiting for your comments. So I'm waiting for your comments. Say thank you to our guest. Yes. I think I should give Goodness Ojeme. I should give her award. Her response has been prompto. Yes, thank you very much, Mr. Segun. Thank you very much, Coach Ifeanyi.
Goodness is an amazing person.
Thank you so much. Really appreciate your time, and we look forward to doing even more even greater things in the future. God bless you. Bye-bye.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, guys. Now I'm going to play the speakers review. Some of you don't even know the speakers that we have planned for you. You don't even know, you have no idea the speakers that we have planned for you. And I'm going to just do you a favor to play it again so that you will watch. Right? So just take a few moments of your time to just watch this. It's not going to take long. After that, we're Hello, guys. My name is Andrew Ibinoweka, and my team and I are excited to bring you this news. For the past 5 years, we've been creating and curating learning experiences for university students across Nigeria campuses as well as students in Namibia. We're excited also to bring this news that we are going to be having the 6th edition of our virtual campus store, and it's going to be a threefold experience. We are going to have the virtual Fireside Conversation, we're going to have the virtual campus store, and then we're going to have the virtual campus bootcamp. The virtual campus bootcamp is going to be a practical approach to learning. We know that a lot of the time we get carried away by theories, and so we want to bring practicals to help consolidate the learning experience for the students that are on our platform. If you're a university student out there and you're scared that by the time you're leaving university, you will not be able to secure the jobs that you need, we want to advise you to join us on this platform as we are going to be exposing you to rich learning experiences to strategically position you properly. We have the likes of Stephen Michael, we have Frida Anyanwu, we have Joseph Etin, and we have the phenomenal David Owomi who will be joining us. Amazing people. We can't wait for you to ask your questions. We can't wait for you to engage with these people. And we also have prepared a keynote speaker who is going to be addressing your employability needs. Do not miss this. If you're out there looking to partner with us, please do well to reach out to us on our social media, send us a mail, and we look forward to engaging with you. The virtual campus store for this year also doubles as our 5th anniversary. We're excited to have done this for the past 5 years, and we can't wait to have you join us as we celebrate our 5th anniversary. Have a blessed day. It, guys. There you have it. There you have it. Thank you very much for staying to this point. We are excited that you showed up for your own evolution, right? We look forward to your testimonials. Do well to send us your testimonials. Do not forget to subscribe. Do not forget to subscribe to this channel. Do not forget to subscribe to this channel. The username is right on your screen. Do not forget to subscribe to this channel. Make sure you share the link with your friends. Make sure you tell your friends about what we are doing here. Follow us on all our social media. We are going a bit further Africa on all social media platforms. We are on LinkedIn, we are on Facebook, we are on Instagram, and we are on YouTube. See you at our virtual campus store.